This is going to be the real tutorial on how to solve a supercube. You may have seen my previous video entitled How to Turn Centers on a 3x3 Cube, and that cube was very experimental, if you would like to call it that. I did not have an actual supercube at the time. I demonstrated with center caps with different pieces glued to them to show turning. But since I didn't have them on all 6 sides, it was very hard to show and very hard to see if it actually changed something else about the puzzle. So now I have gone ahead and made a supercube. I made this about a week ago. Now this supercube is made, as you can see, out of CubeSmith logos. Let me briefly state that if you'd like to do this with CubeSmith logos, I would like it if you gave me permission on YouTube. Not if you gave me permission, if you gave me the credit for the idea instead of saying you made it yourself. Aside from that, the CubeSmith logos come in 6 colors, which is why my color scheme is weird. Here I have red opposite pink, yellow opposite gray, and then I have chrome, a goldish color, silverish color, across from white. So as you can tell, white, gray, and sometimes chrome are hard to tell the difference. I'll do my best to clarify as we're going through solving it, but it will not be necessary, as the only part of solving this is turning the centers. All the rest is solving like a normal 3x3. So, as you can see, the centerpieces need a specific orientation. They all need to be pointed up. Now these 8 pieces will automatically do that when placed properly, but this one, when pointing face, can be pointed any of the 4 ways, and that needs to be on all sides. So if you do something to turn one center, and it rotates another without you knowing it, your cube will not be solved. So I will quickly scramble this cube, and then solve it for you, to show you that the centers will be rotated differently, and then what to do to fix that. So we'll just do a random scramble here. Now, instead of actually showing you first that they can be changed, I'll go right into the tutorial. Let's say I'm starting with yellow, the yellow cross. Now, these 2 pieces would normally be matched up because they're both yellow, but this piece is backwards. So, since this is pointing to the right, and will always be, move this out of the way. Turn the center so it's pointing to the right, and now match them up. Now you have those 2 pieces. Now you have 2 chromes, and in this case, they're both matching up already. But if it wasn't matching up, you'd just turn it out of the way, turn the centerpiece however many times you needed to, and then bring it back. You rotate 5 of the centers correctly when doing the first cross, so then you will only have parity on the last layer, unless a certain algorithm that you use later changes it. So I have 1 piece of my cross. Now this means that this one will always be correct when inserting the rest of your cross pieces. You will still need to move these ones, however. So this one has yellow. Yellow and pink matches up with pink and yellow. So if I were to just move it down, it would automatically match up because the center is already correct. But these ones are not. So what you want to do is, again, move this out of the way, turn this so it's pointed properly, and then turn this back. Now they're correct like this, and you can move the yellow down. Now you're looking for another piece. This one has red. Red and yellow. Yellow's on the bottom. So when you turn it like this, it's already matched up. But if it wasn't, leave it off. Turn that layer as many times as you needed to get it pointed the correct way, and then move it together like this, and turn it twice. There you have 3 pieces of your cross. And then lastly, the last piece, you put it over, and it's incorrect. So, you turn the piece over to here, you turn this piece so it's facing to the right, because this one is as well, and then you match them up again, and then you bring it down. There you have your cross, and these 5 centerpieces are oriented properly. So unless you use some weird Friedrich algorithms, or you do something weird when inserting F2L or corner pieces, when you continue solving the cube, the corner should stay oriented, like that. So I do not need to talk about this, I will just solve the cube. Pink and white. So now as you can see, I've done the first 2 layers. And the centerpieces still match up. Now when you're moving on to the last layer, I will talk about what happens in Friedrich. You do your algorithms to get complete F2L, complete OLL. these two pieces aren't. This is white, not gray. So you use your Friedrich algorithm. Now you have OLL done. And now you just do PLL as you normally would. In this case, I will use a G permutation twice rather than another algorithm. Now I have solved my cube. In this case, the top center is already solved for me. It did turn this one twice though, which means I need to work on that. This one, this one, this one, and this one are also correct. So this is one of the two parity cases you can have. This parity case is one centerpiece turned 180 degrees. In order to solve this, it's very easy. You put that center on the top of the cube, and you do this same algorithm multiple times. R, U, R prime, U. You do that until it resolves the cube. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. That's very fast to perform, and it rotates one center 180 without messing up any of the others. The only other case that could happen is where more than one centerpiece is turned 90 degrees. This one is only turned 90. So is this one. So what you want to do is you want to hold the two centers that you want to turn 190 on the right and on the top. And you want to do the Sune algorithm, R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. You want to turn the cube as if you were doing a U move. Then do Anti-Sune, starting with the L, rather than RU2 Anti-Sune. L prime, U prime, L, U prime, L prime, U2, L. I believe I said that correctly. And now you will just need to do the 3 corner switching, the 3 edge switching, counterclockwise, which is R, U prime, RU, RU, RU prime, R prime, U prime, R2. That will turn this one and this one 90. Now as you can see, this one's 180, and this one's 180, so you just need to go back and do the first algorithm, RU R prime 5 times, RU R prime U 5 times. There's one solved, and now the second one. And there is your last center solved, and there is your complete supercube solved. If you have any questions or comments, please send me a message, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, or post a comment on this video and I may respond. This tutorial has gone over how to correctly orient 5 of the centerpieces while doing the initial cross, to make the rest of the solving much easier. Which means at the end, you should have no more than 2 centers misaligned, and usually only 1. So I hope you found this helpful, and this one was actually accurate rather than the other one. So I will be removing that video shortly. Thanks for watching, and I hope you got something out of it.